welcome to today's matchup between the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers and the Blair-Taylor Wildcats in the Varsity's first game of the year here at Black River Falls for the annual initial tournament. As the Lancers won it last year in the Platinum bracket, which is the top 4 teams from each pool. Lancers draw Pool A this year with Blair-Taylor, who we will be playing in a few moments. Indy Gimleton, who will be playing second. And then finishing off with New Richmond, who we will be playing last. We'll be playing this game, then we'll have an off game, then playing again, then another off game, then playing again, then another off game, before we're reseeded into a bracket, platinum, gold, bronze, or silver, before finishing out the day. As Lancers start off, serving will be LeDuc. Sent back over to the Lancers side. As Thompson sends it across for Radical to the back, too far. And the Wildcats start out with a 1-0 lead. I do not have lineups for any of the teams. I do know our whole team. I do not know Wildcats. So I will be using their numbers for today. Deep cleaning by Starlin. Thompson sends it across for Radical again. This time off the net and drops down. As Radical gets the first points of the season for the Lancers. Going down as a kill, as hitting back to serve now will be number 4, Leah Thompson. Sends it back, receives cleanly, and set back row. Good spot down that line, hitting the corner. As the Wildcats bring it right back and take a 1-point lead. Thompson gonna set one across for Radical once again. This time gets all of it. Keeps it in bounds, does not hit the net. Very clean kill for Radical. She gives the serve right back to the Lancers. Tying it up 2-2 as Quaid enters for the first time for Seibel. And it'll be number 10, Bartles, back to serve for the first time in her varsity career. Goes back corner, nice spot. Diving save on the second and just touched over. Radical's there as Thompson sets it back for Starlin. Ends up going to the Wildcat side. Thompson gets it back, sends one back corner, and that one's way out of play. Off the hands of a running Wildcat. Bartles a nice serve to start. As she heads back for her second. First time today for the Lancers getting 2 serves in a row. Lunging save there as a setback. Thompson back up for Radical once again. Blocked at the net, that drops down on the Wildcat side as the Lancers take a 2-point lead. Bartles goes deep, let go, and that one finds its way out. As the Wildcats get it back now within 1. Number 12 now serving for the Wildcats, trying to tie this game back up. Goes deep, Bartles is there, and off her hands for a Wildcat ace, tying it up now at 4. Received by Starlin, sent back. Gonna get over, handled cleanly on the Wildcat side. Set center. Trying to touch it over Quaid, ends up sending it into the net. As the Lancers get it back, as LeDuc re-enters for Gurgle. And it'll be Radical back to serve for the Lancers. Sent back, just touched over. Starlin is there as Thompson sends it across for LeDuc. LeDuc, good touch, blocked at the net by the Wildcats. As they tie it back up at 5. Thompson sets it across for LeDuc once again. Gets it over the blocker, and that one skips into the diving hands of number 7 before heading into the net. Starlin now heads back to serve for the Lancers. And number 5 for the Wildcats going to enter. Starlin looking to extend the 1-point lead. Good spot in the middle. Diving safe. Tipped up and over. Radical is there. Starlin back up for Quaid. Quaid back to Rivero. Handled cleanly. Step back right side. Good touch over. Lunging save by Bartles. Back across for Thompson. Thompson, good touch. Saved and set back center. Rivero going to come up and take it just off the top of the net. Not enough power to whirl its way over. So Lancers like a 2-point lead, 7-5. Clean, set back left side. Tip to the net. Radical is there. Starlin back up for Thompson. Takes it on the ground off of the horizontal handle of arrow number 18. Not enough air on it for any Wildcats to get there in time. As the Lancers now take a 3-point lead. Set back right side. Good touch over. Radical's there. Starlin back over for Thompson. She'll just touch it off down the line. Back up center. Back onto the back for Radical. Starlin back set for Quaid. Cross court. Lunging save. Sent back up. Not sure if she was trying to set that over or get number 21, but not high enough. As the Lancers now take their largest lead of the night at 4. Starlin continuing to serve, trying to get him into double digits. Back corner. Set back to that side. Touched over. Starlin's there. Quaid up for Thompson. Floats it over. Cross court for Radical. Starlin back up for Thompson. Got a good jump on it. Off the shoulder. Number 3 knocked her back. And that one ends up finding the floor. Powerful spike from Thompson. Sending back number 3 for the Wildcats and forcing them into a timeout. Lancers up by 5, 10-5. And we are back. Lancers leading by 5, 10-5 as Starlin sends one for her first ace of the year, giving the Lancers a 6-point lead. That one out by a few feet. As the Lancer run ends, find themselves now up 5, 11-6. As the Wildcats look to cut back into it, number 21 back to serve. Handled by Bartles. Avoids touching the ceiling as a center for Thompson. Right idea on the short touch, however, just at the top of the net. As the Wildcats string together a few here. Back within 4. Handled by Radical, not sure he touched it. As Radical and Bartles collided, end up going backwards for a Wildcat ace. They're now within 3. Sweep cleaned by Radical. Starlin set up for LeDuc, fading away, close on that line, took it anyway. LeDuc back again. It's handled in the back. Cross court, standstill, serve, up and out. Starlin is there, back across, for Thompson. Good touch. Was it touched by Wildcats? It was not. Trying to just flop over fingers, end up hitting the net and bouncing out of play. As the Wildcats now bring themselves within 2. And that one into the net. So Lancers preserve a 3-point lead here, 12-9. As it'll be Quaid back to serve for the first time tonight. And now the foul pole has fallen down on the left side. That has been fixed. Quaid is back to serve as that one fades out on the right side. Seibel back in for Quaid. As number 3 for the Wildcats back to serve, along with 31 entering in. Received cleanly by Bartles. Starlin back up for Thompson. Tips in the net and handled cleanly in the back. Back across, back row. Radical's there. Starlin sends it center for Bartles. Cross court, too far. About a foot out on that back line as the Wildcats bring themselves within 1. Chance to tie it up here for the first time since 5-5. Right off the net and drops down in front of Bartles. Another ace for the Wildcats. They've tied it at 12. Away off the hands of Radical. Thompson saves it. And Starlin back bumps it over. Big change for the Wildcats here. Back set. Lunging save by Radical. Starlin back up. Leduc running up. Bartles gets there first and hits it into the top of the net. So the Wildcats take a 1-point lead for the first time since 1-0. Now up 13-12 here in the middle of this first set. Goes back, and that one goes out by about 2 feet. Lancers tie right back up with Leduc. Going to reset the serve here. Started off this game. He sends one deep, handled cleanly. Set back right side. Cross court, that one goes well far. Almost into the bleachers as the Lancers retake a 1-point lead, 14-13. Nice spot from Leduc, diving save and into the net. Beautiful ace from Leduc there. With the Wildcats leaving that middle open, Leduc found it and put it there perfectly. Tries for it again. Good movement there as it tips off the top of the hands of number 21. Gets it over. As a lift now by the Wildcats. Brings the Lancers up by 3. Number 3 creeping into that middle spot now. She'll handle the second hit. As back row touch over. Handled by Radical. Thompson set for Radical. Beautiful spot right in between a couple of Wildcats for another kill. As the Lancers go up by 4. Finding their stride here on a 5-0 run. Right down that line, skimming off the top of the net. Another ace for Leduc, and the Lancers up by 5. Wildcats call their second timeout. Lancers up by 5, 18-13. Looking to put this one away in the first set. are back for the remainder of the first set. 18-13, Lancers up by 5, riding a 6-0 run as Leduc continues to serve. Set center and into the net. 19-13, Lancers up by 6. Good spot there. Rising at the last second off the hands number 3 and off into the bleachers behind for another ace for Leduc. She's got 3 in this run here. Now up by 7. Save, sent back from out of play, and just bumped over. Leduc is there. Across for Bartles. Good touch. Handled cleanly on the other side. Set back row. Handled by Leduc. Thompson across for Radical. Off the net, back to the Lancers side. Untouched by the Wildcats. So the run ends at 8 straight for the Lancers. Wildcats bring it back within 6. As the number 15 back to serve for him. Trying to get some back here. Thompson across for Radical again. Into the net once more. Radical trying to change the direction at the last second to go more on the side and straight at him. Ended up adjusting a little bit too much. She'll drop that one as Bartles sends it in the hands of number 21 straight to the floor as the Lancers get it right back. Up 6 once again as it'll be Thompson back to serve. The Lancers just 4 points away from taking the first set here. Back corner handled cleanly. Finds his way over. Radical sends it right back. Back row once again. Lunging save by Starlin. Thompson across for Radical. That one goes long. Radicals now missed 3 kill attempts, 2 into the net. That one goes long. As the game now within 5. Once again for Radical. That one finds its way down as the Lancers go back up by 6. Back to serve will be Bartles as Quaid enters for Seibel. Cleanly and set back left side. Good touch over. Thompson is there. No one there to receive it. As Radical was moving, Quaid, I believe, was supposed to step up and take that one. Also miscommunication, sends it back to the Wildcats. First game has ended on the court opposite us. 25-17. As Thompson sets it back for Radical. Bad angle. Slams it off the net. And ends up dropping down. Give the Lancers a 6-point lead once again. They're 2 points away. It'll be Radical trying to get both of those back to serve. Luke in for Starlin. Good spot there. Diving save. Get the back up in the air. Touched over for Radical. Thompson across for Leduc. Off the hands, diving save. Good touch over. Quaid is there. Thompson back up for Leduc again. Blocks at the net. Quaid is there. Back across for Starlin. Bad angle. Gonna touch it over. And good awareness by Blair-Taylor to let that one go. Starlin, bad angle on it. Got it over. Just a few inches off that sideline. 23-18. Back to a 5-point game. As number 7 back to serve for the Wildcats. Bartles is there. Thompson sets it back for Starlin, fading away and back into the net. 23-19 now. One being saved by Bartles. Thompson sets it up for Duke. Goes to the corner and handled. Back across left side, cross court. Bartles is there. That one going to go off into the scorer's table. Starland might have been able to make it there if there was not a table in the way. As now the Wildcats bring themselves within 3. The back, Bartles is there. Thompson set across for Leduc. Blocked the net, out of bounds. As the Lancers now just 1 point away from taking the first set. Wildcats a good run there to bring themselves within striking distance here. If they can break the serve quickly, we only need 3 straight to send this one into extra points. 24-20 is the score, Starland back. And McCooney sent up. Missed hit it under the net, and that'll do it. 25-20. Lancers take the first set by 5. We'll be back for the second set in about 3 minutes as the Lancers will try to close this one out in 2. And we are back for the second set. Lancers and Wildcats both have switched sides. Lancers winning the first set 25-20. On the court opposite us, it was Nakusa taking their first set against Lafarge. And on the third court over there, Baroqua about to take the first set against Lacrosse Logan. Just 1 point away from doing so. Wildcats start us off with the serving. Set across for Thompson into the net. And the Wildcats once again start out with a 1-0 lead. To the back, and that one drops down on the back line. And Radical let it go, just snuck in for an ace, as the Wildcats now lead it by 2. To the back, Seibel is there. Starling across for Thompson. Tip to the net, off the hands of number 3, sent back, but house rules, that one's off the middle line. This is an automatic Lancer point. 2-1 now as they look to tie it back up. Handled center and set back. Seibel is there. Starlin racing back. That one into the net. As the Wildcats get it right back. 3-1. Into the back. Starlin's there. Diving save by Bartles. Radical will touch it over. Hand it cleanly. Set back right side. Cross court way out of play. Off the Lancers bench. As the Lancers bring it back within one. Thompson back to serve, looking to tie it up here. Lunging save, set back across left side. Fading away, Seibel is there. Thompson up for Radical. Saved and set back center. Thompson back across for Bartles, trying to touch it over. Couldn't get there in time and ended up setting it into the net. As the Wildcats go back up by 2. Just off the top of the net, gets it over, back for Radical. Good spot from Radical. Got a clean hit on it to bring her team back within 1 as Quaid going to enter for Seibel. Bartles back to serve. Sent over on the first hit. Starlin back across for Radical. Good touch on the line. Wildcats will get there. She goes cross court about a few inches in on that left line. Tying up the game at 4. Lunging save and sends it backwards as Bartles knocks down an ace. Gives the Lancers their first lead of this set, 5-4. To the back, thought about hitting it, ended up letting it go at the last second as it went out by about 3 inches on that back line. Ties the game back up at 5. Wildcats looking to retake the lead here. Back for Gurgle. Thompson up for Radical. Good touch over. And in the net. Wildcats bring back their lead, now up 6-5. Back across for Starlin. Lunging save, Radical's there, good touch. Lunging save once again. Set back left side, tipped at the net, diving save by Starlin. Not enough up, a little too much back as Bartles couldn't get back to it. Which gives the Wildcats now a 2-point lead, 7-5. Bartles will let that one go out by a few feet. As the Lancers bring themselves back within 1. Radical back to serve, looking to tie it up once again. And that one goes out. 8-6 now as the Wildcats go up by 2. Number 21 back to serve. Received by Radical. Thompson across for Leduc. Set back, fading away a little bit too high over her head. End up turning it into the net as the Lancers bring themselves back within 1. Starlin back to serve. Handle cleanly and set back row. To the back, that one's out as well. Lancers tied up at 8 as Starlin goes back to serve for the lead. That one into the net as the Wildcats retake a 1-point lead. Couple of subs in for them. Number 9 and 3 as 3 heads back to serve. the net. Tie game at 9. And it'll be Quaid back to serve for the Lancers. Sent straight out by number 7 on the receive. No one there to get it as Quaid gets herself an ace and brings the Lancers up by 1, 10-9. Set up back row. Radical's there. Across to Thompson. Off the net, diving save. Another diving save. And back bumped over. Bartles is there. Leduc up for Bartles. Ash just bump it over. Big opportunity here for the Wildcats. Set center. Good touch over. Diving save by Radical. Another diving save. Can't get it off the floor is Leduc. As the Wildcats tie back up at 10. Seibel in for Quaid. 15 back to serve for the Wildcats. Down the line, Bartles is there. Radical across for Thompson. Goes cross court, handled cleanly. Set back on the run, blocked by Ledoux as the Lancers go up by 1. The hands and back into the net. Lancers now up by 2, 12-10. Luke down the line, off the hands and almost into the track up here. As the Duke knocks down another ace. Lancers now up by 3. And a timeout by the Wildcats. 13-10. Lancers up by 3 after winning the first set. Looking to close this one out in 2. Going strong with Leduc at the helm. Back to the timeout. Lancers up by 3, 13-10. 3-0 run led by Leduc here. This one set back row to the corner, and that one goes out by about an inch on either side. 14-10 now as Leduc back to serve once again. Running save, set across. Good touch over. Starlin's there. Thompson backs up to get it. Set up for Bartles. Good touch over the net. Wildcats go quickly. Good hands by Radical. Leduc can't get close enough to get it over as Bartles took a touch on it. Radical dove to get it. Leduc, good anticipation. It's a little bit too far away to be able to catch up to it in time. The Wildcats break the run, bring themselves back within 3. Thompson across for Radical. Good clean spike there. Ends up being saved on a couple of dives. Back up, she'll try again. That one drops down. Back to back from Radical as the Lancers go up by 4. Good spot from Thompson on the line. Kneeling save, set back across. Seibel is there. Thompson up for Radical once again. Lunging save, Radical is there as arms are going into the net. Never ended up making it back across as the Lancers go up by 5 now, 16-11. Thompson back to serve once again. Lunging save, back across. Good touch over, Lancers here, good opportunity. Set back for Starland. And just a tad far About 2 inches off that back line, had it open. A little too much power on it as the Lancers up only by 4 now, 16-12. With number 31 back to serve for the Wildcats. Deep, Sideways there. Thompson sets it up for Radical. Radical trying to go down the line. And ends up going out by a few feet down that line. As the Wildcats will get back-to-back here, now within 3, 16-13. Cross court, Gurgle is there. Thompson back cross for Radical once again. Good touch, blocks the net, tipped up. Set back, miscommunication on that set, still gets it over on the bump. Thompson back for Starlin. Rolling along the net and just can't get over. Rolled all the way along it, dropped down about a few inches from that sideline, and unfortunately onto the Lancer side. As the Wildcats now within 2 here. That one goes into the net. 17-14, Lancers get it back. Back to serve will be Bartles. Down in the back. Set up, had to change direction and ended up sending it short. Wanted to get it on the run on that right side. Ended up having to stop and recorrect backwards. As the Lancers go up by 4 now. And just out on that back line. About an inch or 2 off. As the serve goes back to the Wildcats. Back within 3. Short, lunging save by Gurgle, back up for Starlin, cross court, drops it down in the corner. Good kill from Starlin as the Lancers go back up by 4. Luke back in for Gurgle. As Radical heads back to serve, looking for the 20s. 2 inches off on that left side as we'll go right back to the Wildcats. To the back and drops down on the back line. And like I say, it was out. Initially said in, and then like she didn't know what meant out and what meant in. But was indeed out. So it'll be Lancer point. 20-16, they're up by 4. Starlin back to serve. And that one goes long. Lots of drop serves here for both teams. This is the Lancers' first game of the year. The 4th for the Wildcats. They're currently 1-2. As they bring it back within 3 here in the second set. Radical lunging save. Starlin back across for Thompson fading away. And off the hands of 7 and out of play for a nice kill of Thompson. 21-17, Lancers up by 4. 3 entering for 5. As it'll be Quaid back to serve. Back, handled cleanly. Set up back row. Radical gonna let it go, and that one finds its way out. As the Lancers go up by 5. 1 or 2 more here, and the Wildcats might want to call a timeout, and they won't even wait that long. Timeout by the Wildcats, 22-17. Lancers up 5, just 3 points away from taking the second set and the first game of the year. And back from the timeout, 22-17. Lancers up by 5, just 3 points away from taking the second set and the first game of the year. Set across, tipped at the net, back to the Wildcats side. Can't get it over as the Lancers go up by 6. And entering in for the first time in her varsity career will be number 11, Kazemba, for Quaid, and she'll take over serving. Needs 2 more to finish off this game. Kneeling save there, set back row. And that one finds its way out. 24-17, Lancers 1 point away. And we'll see if Kazemba can finish it off. And that one goes into the top of the net. 24-18, Wildcats will need 6 straight. Keep this game alive as Caney can enter for the first time tonight as well for Bartles. Got it close there. Starlin back for Thompson. Thompson diving save on the other end. Goes right back to her and now set up for Koenig. Back to the corner, drops it down on the line. Koenig comes in for 1 point. Beautiful kill to the back corner to finish it off. 25-20 and 25-18. Your final set scores. Lancers win the first game of the tournament and the first game of their season, going up 1-0. Indy Gilmanton will now play New Richmond on this court. Following that game, we will end up playing Indy Gilmanton. This game took about 45 minutes, so expect about hour 15 minutes before our game starts, which will be about 10:30 our time here. Shouldn't be any later than 11. Lancers win the first game in 2 sets, 25-20 and 25-18.